All right, this is Module 4, Lesson 5. This is the second day. We're going to go through a couple of examples on how to do percent increase and decrease, this time given the percent. So example 3 says the population of cats in a rural neighborhood has declined in the past year by roughly 30%. I'm going to circle that. Declined means to decrease. It means to go down. Residents hypothesize that this is due to wild coyotes preying on the cats. The current cat population is 12. How many cats were there originally? Okay, so let's start with part, percent, whole. Let's do our cheat sheet. And I'm going to remind you that whole is always your original. That's what the question's asking for. So that's going to be our X. The new amount is going to be your part, which is 12. And now it's decreased by 30%. Now, when you see the words decreased or increased, you're going to actually have to add to 100 or subtract from 100. So since it's being decreased, we're going to subtract, which means that right now it's 70% of the population. So our percentage will be 70% or 0.70. So here's my cheat box. We're going to set up the formula. Part equals percent times a whole. So our part is 12. Our percent is 0.70. And our whole is X. Let's divide both sides by 0.70. So X is going to be equal to, we're going to take our calculator. Let's do 12 divided by 0.70. Now that's going to give us 17.1428. I'm just going to copy this down from my calculator. Now, it says approximately how many cats. That's because you can't have part of a cat. So there were approximately 17 cats originally. Now, does that make sense that there were 17 cats now, or originally, and 12 now if it has decreased? You always want to double check and make sure that your answer makes sense. All right, let's try this again. Example 4. Lou's math score on her achievement test in 7th grade was a 650. Her math teacher told her that her test went up by 25%. Right away, went up by means we're adding it to 100%. That's originally at 100%. It went up 25%, so we're at 125. What was her score in 6th grade? So 7th grade was 650, 6th grade, we don't know. So original would be 6th grade, that's your whole. Your part is your new score, that's your 7th grade score. And then we have the percentage. So let's set up our cheat sheet. So originally, we don't know. Part is 650. Our percentage is 125%. Which would be 1.25. So here's our box. So part equals percent times whole. So our part is 650. Our percentage is 100 or 1.25 times X. So solve by dividing both sides by 1.25. So 650 divided by 1.25 gives us 520. That was her 6th grade score. Now, if it was at 520 in 6th grade and 650 in 7th grade, does it make sense that she went up in her score? Because it said it went up 25%. Yes, that does make sense. So we are good to go. All right, we are actually going to be doing some practice in class, so that you will not be able to do at home, but you will be able to do the problem set. So I'd like you to try the rest of the problem set for this lesson.